Bleek set list is a Bleek set list. There is no disrespect that you could put on Bleek's name, and this probably won't be the last that you hear of stories from people that have had a falling out with.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. Please like the video and subscribe. Our target is only 1,000 likes. Jay-Z and Beanie Sigel have delivered countless classic records together, some of which also featured Memphis Bleek. Beanie Sigel has recently accused Hov of penning verses for Memphis Bleek and giving him preferential treatment when they all collaborated. This isn't the first time Jay-Z has been accused of helping Memphis Bleek with verses. Dem Dash made a similar claim in a 2024 interview, saying Jay was writing a lot of his rhymes, so if Jay retired, that meant Bleek's business would have ended too. Back in August 2023, Memphis Bleek revealed that he was trying to get Jay-Z to do a collaborative album with him, but it was a losing effort thus far.
Tracks. And then Beans, to me, gave me some vindication this week when he did the interview where he talked about the fact that when him and Jay and Bleek were on the same track, that Jay was writing for Bleek. Right, he was saying he was always trying to give him an advantage, and the reason I say that is because that's another reason. Hov clearly saw him as competition, and so he was always trying to keep the race tight because he understood how dope Beanie Sigel was. And I think in this room, because there's such an anti-Philly bias and so much Philly hate in this room,
we love Philly.
It's
Beans is fire.
But what? But for starters,
that was your vindication.
Yes.
Well, one, you started wrong though, because initially you told us Beans was washing Hov.
And 4 seconds later, I took that back.
But that's where it started. It wasn't no anti-Philly or nothing like that. It was like, whoa, that statement you made was a little crazy.
It wasn't crazy.
Then, it's crazy.
It wasn't crazy.
So then, once you said he either kept up or bested him on some records, we were like, no.
You agree? You agree with that statement? You agree with that statement?
That he kept up or bested him? Yes.
On every record.
Kept up or bested? Yes.
No, not on every record.
We did that.
Yeah, we did.
Right. So talking about him, because I hear people saying he's snitching. Right, that basically, if somebody's writing for somebody, you can't come out and say, "Yo, he wrote for him."
I was going to ask, for clarification on the difference?
And my thing is, what Mark said was his vindication, and your rationale behind it is crazy to me. Yo, if me, you, and Joe rap, but y'all rap better than me, and we all crew.
Someone give me a little bar.
Yeah, why the fuck would y'all want us to all be a team and a crew and putting out a project, and y'all just belittling me on the raps, and I can't keep up with y'all? But that don't mean that Joe writing my shit because he is looking at you like a threat. He writing my shit because he want the team to come in representing.
I think another way to look at it is I'm trying to keep you in your place. So if we assume that if me, you, and Joe is a rap crew, right, and we assume Joe is the best, far-fetched, but let's assume Joe is the best, right, and then it's me and you. Right, and I think
you better than me.
Right, but I think but what I'm saying is I'm trying to compete with Joe, and Joe really trying to compete with me. You know, actually, this actually works out. In real life, it would be y'all two, right? Y'all just
and you're from Philly, so it works out.
Yeah, perfectly. It actually works out perfectly. If Joe starts slipping raps like, yo, I want to make sure you keep up with Ish. I want to make sure Ish stay in. That's the idea. Is that he's on the low. He's trying to keep Beans and Bleek in the same place.
Now let me hold on. Now hold on.
I know that's my interpretation. I'm telling you, that's my reading.
All right, now what about if I'm Jay and y'all are both my artists? I want y'all to look good.
True.
That's it.
And if I know I gotta write your shit,
I'm eating off of this. Okay, cool.
So why not somebody who can rap?
This is my man. I got my man.
He's my man from home.
I never liked it. I mean, he wrote. The thing is, first of all, Jay admitted that he wrote for Bleek since day one. He's talked about it from the first album.
Coming to Age,
he wrote, and part 2, that he wrote that too. So at some point, and according to Beans, if he's writing all your hits and all your best verses.
That's not all your hits and best verses. One.
I said according to Beans. I'm not saying I don't know if it's true or not. But if that is true, then at some point it's like what's the
and at that time if you didn't keep up, we saw what happened to H Money Bags on Hot 97. How he just when he was on there, how shout out to him, but it was no longer at that time. You have to keep up with the who is who and make sure you sound good, or it'll look bad on your team.
I guess.
That's it. I don't think him writing for Bleek I don't think he wrote for him completely, but I don't think him giving him balls was anything far-fetched.
I still think that's snitching, what Beans said, because Hov writing for Coming to Age 1 and 2, those are back and forth records. And a lot of times when two artists do a back and forth record, one usually writes more, if not the whole shit. Especially if one is an experienced rapper and the other one really isn't. I'm going to write my verse. I'm going to write your verse. I'm going to show you how to do your verse so we can do this track together. That's not the same thing as your biggest hits that I'm not even on, or your biggest records. He wrote those too.
Here's why
that's different conversation.
Here's why it's not snitching me. One, again, Jay already talked about it. Two, Dame Dash 2 weeks earlier said, "Yo, he wrote for Bleek." Right? Dame Dash literally said the same thing 2 weeks ago. So if it's already out there, it's like y'all was saying to me about Luther, and it's like if it's already out there, then me saying something about it is different. You know what I mean?
No, it's not.
How? How's it snitching if people already know?
Cause y'all both rats. It could be 2 rats, nigga. Fuck you talking about? Like, it don't gotta be 1 rat. If y'all both ratted, y'all both ratted, and nobody confirmed it. So if you got up there, it could have been my word versus his word. Now you get up there and say, nah, it's 2 rats.
The CEO saying it to me is a little different than another rapper saying it. You know what I'm saying? Like if another rapper said it, I'd be like, that's just his word versus it.
You standing in your Philly bias.
Did Hov say I
Till I
wrote
die.
the Coming of Age records, or did he say I wrote Bleek records?
He said he wrote Coming of Age records.
Okay, so that
And then Dame Dash said he wrote Bleek's records. Again, I'm not saying it's true or not. I don't know. I'm just saying, but
Yo, do me a favor.
He's right.
Go downstairs and fire up the DeLorean. If you start the DeLorean, I think we can bring this info back and make a change in how history was fucking written. Like, for real. What y'all think?
Yeah.
You hear you niggas?
Back to the future shit.
Do you hear these niggas? They will get trapped and start having the hole, and neither one gonna let it go. In closing, Bleek got too many hits for anybody to say something to him about any of it. Like, a Bleek set list is a Bleek set list. There is no disrespect that you could put on Bleek's name, and this probably won't be the last that you hear of stories from people that have had a falling out with all things Rockefeller.
Yeah. Talking about the ones that didn't have the fallout.
Joe, is there a rapper who could write something for you that you would take if it was dope enough?
No. A lyric?
Yeah, like if Hov called you and said, "Yo, I got this. Yo, do this track with me. I wrote the bars for you."
Is Hov producing me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah, but it wouldn't be a lyric. Like, he's done that before. Hey, the beat is doing this, so try to catch this flow, or I think the hook needs. Rappers need help.
I'm sorry, I mean the whole verse, not a bar, the whole verse,
and not a flow, not a pocket.
No
words. No.
Just curious. I was just curious.
There's no
because he does.
No
that's
need.
what. I think
I'm
he
the
has it wrong.
wordsmith.
Yeah, and that's what Hov does. What you said as far as like the pocket and the
That's what producers
sound.
do.
Yeah, there's somebody that can help you. Like, I'm from rappers helping each other.
Damn right.
Just not with
I used to
words.
watch Royce do that.
Royce is the king of that shit, of hearing something in the beat that nobody else is going to hear and just giving you a different way to attack something. To me, it's the same as ball players helping athletes. But words, I can do the words. Tell me about where you want the direction of the song, the hook, the pocket. The words I can come up with. I don't need help. And I'm not knocking nobody that
takes either.
That takes. Today they got entire writing camps where rappers are getting together and helping each other with the writing. I think and that infiltrated even battle rap a bunch of years ago. So however you get it is how you get it. If a room of 5 of us can come up with something that's going to generate 7 and 8 figures over the course of the next 30 and 40 years, then my pride shouldn't get in the way of that, is what I'm saying. But I'm one of the best rappers to ever live. I didn't need help with the words.
And if my man took me out to projects and said, "Yo, come with me, I want to change your life, and I'm gonna just pin some shit for you, and you just gotta say it with some emphasis,"
I ain't mad at that.
Yeah, there's not enough of that in the music business where you trust someone.
I'ma come up, hold my own way to what?
Yo, there's some people that have more expertise in what we doing. They got more experience, more knowledge. You could just trust that person and give something a shot. The music business is all about shots.
Yeah.
So try some shit.
Same. I mean, it could, and that pause. That kind of landed on me. Pause.
What do you mean?
Because like before coming up here, I had my own podcast that was doing good, right? And then coming here, I learned so much. I learned so many things about the business from Joe. And just watching things.
You're bleak.
I'm not bleak. No. Watch your mouth. Because listen, for the first 2 years, it was extremely hard for me to take any form of criticism. But I started to watch shit a little bit, and I started to implement it how I do business. It happens, man.
There's too many niggas out there. Separate from this, there's too many niggas out there that's just cool or want to be the boss of nothing instead of partners with everything.
Yeah. Right. Yep. That's real shit.
Real shit.
That is so real. A lot of times
you realize it's like a slap in the face. Like damn, and I'm so headstrong. So as long as I saw the numbers, what I thought, nigga, I'm doing, I don't give a fuck. I'm, what it is, and then coming here was like, okay,
it's a whole nother world.
I hear how it sounds sonically. I hear that all the rah-rah talking on top of each other. It's just little things that I picked up on how he just structures the business of podcasting. I found myself when I went back to do it again, and it got, I guess, more traction or better traction, better comments and stuff like that, because it's like, y'all niggas is talking on top of each other, or slow down, or do this, or do that. You
started producing?
Oh yeah, I started producing, yeah. And I learned it up here. If you left that shit with me, it would have just been some.
That's what life is about.
Yeah,
man.
learning.
That's
So people make fun of that, but it's okay to come and partner with somebody and a nigga that's willing to teach you. Yo, I watch it. It gets a little frustrating, right? Because you have a nigga like this, what's the word, meticulous, who watches everything and he criticizes. It's frustrating. It puts pressure on you if you're not comfortable. But it's also a good thing, because he'll put me. I saw that. Try to do it like this. Why? And then he's not going online or going anywhere to take the credit for it. So you just,
there's a humility to that. 'Cause I was thinking as you talking about ghostwriting.
You bleak.
You definitely.
Yeah, you bleak. That's dope.
And there's nothing wrong with being
the
bleak.
bleak. Yo, if y'all starting that stupid narrative,
You're not Memphis Bleek. You Nashville Bleek.
Queens bleak.
Queens bleak.
Yo, that's nasty.
Yeah, man,
If they
that's
start
true.
that shit again online, I'm gonna be tight. Just remember, I'm gonna come at you and get at y'all. But yeah, what you saying?
No, you just gotta stay humble with it when you get that support and when you get to another level. I ghostwrite books for people, including like for celebrities, politicians, etc. And sometimes they forget that they didn't write the shit. Like their ego gets big enough. Oh shit! Like nigga, you didn't write this. You know what I mean? They start going around to give people writing advice, doing writing workshops. You know what I mean?
That's hate, though.
That's hate.
That's hate.
That's
That's
hate.
hate, Mark.
That's not hate.
That's hate.
How is that hate?
Maybe they learned from the process, like he said.
If Joe Budden writes all my verses and I come out with an album, and then the next week I'm leading a rappers camp.
Yeah, how much the camp paying?
Yup. Oh, you talking about the money? I don't give a fuck about the money. To me, it's the ego of it.
How much the camp paying?
All right,
Sounds like you care about the money a little bit.
All right, then you know what? Then I'm hating.
It's like, yo, your thesis statement is supposed to be crazy.
And it's like, nigga, you didn't. Yeah, don't even start.
All right. Quentin Miller really had a fucked up run after that whole "if you're reading this, it's too late"
Yeah,
thing.
he did.
He had a really, not to depress you all, but I was thinking about it as you was talking about it, like, I would want to hurt somebody still. Some things happen in the music business, I wouldn't totally be over it yet.
Tell me what I'm
He
missing.
didn't lose his leg. Another kid lost.
Yes, he
did.
did.
Yes.
Oh, he lost his leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He lost his leg,
Foot or something,
he
yeah.
lost his credibility, then them boys went and got on him, they jumped on him.
Do you think that?
He had a hard time.
A rough run.
So
Yeah.
basically, Joe, with that situation,
After I just gave you all
Slaps.
my slaps.
And your name kind of was like mud after that. Like
Right.
even when he tried to now go out on his own
And work with other people. They would.
They was like, nah.
But wait, okay. So let me just get, because you guys are hip hop.
This business is.
We're talking about him coming out and that he wrote some of the records, right?
No,
He didn't come out and write and say shit though. It wasn't him.
Wasn't his fault.
He didn't come out
So
and
then
say,
why-
"Hey, I wrote that."
So why would it fall bad on him if somebody exposed it? You talking about when Meek exposed it, right?
When it got exposed,
Yeah.
that
So
he was the one writing.
why would it fall? Why would it make him look bad if he didn't say anything?
It shouldn't have, but it
shouldn't
did.
That's why. That's why he
People
said
don't wanna be
what a bad-
associated with it
what a
or with
bad
him.
deal.
Yeah.
You think the world knows that? He
That's
didn't
crazy.
say it?
That's crazy.
I mean, I think those that paid attention know that he didn't say it. He hasn't really said much of anything.
It don't matter that he didn't say it, did say it. None of that matters. The particulars don't matter. All you remember is you had a spark when you started, and for whatever the reason, shit went totally awry afterward, and I lost my leg.
Yeah.
Shout out to Quentin Miller.
Shout out to
Shout out to
Quentin
you.
Miller.
Shout out to Quentin Miller.
No, you won't.
But the slaps weren't gonna hit the same coming from him.
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't keep your
just
slaps.
and you just said something totally different.
You would not keep your slaps.
Keeping my slap.
You could be the boss of nothing or a part of anything.
I'm about to say you keep
Right.
your slaps, and only you and your people's hero. And you making no money off of them.
Be the nice,
But you got your slaps though.
be the nicest nigga locally,
They ain't even slaps.
and they ain't slaps.
I believe in my slaps.